Headline news most affecting Chilliwack this week. The RCMP investigating a targeted shooting near Vedder Trail. A deadly house fire on Skwah First Nation is now under investigation. Kent's mayor is going to go for a long walk to raise awareness for a new aquatic center. And the Chilliwack Chiefs are in the playoffs. We have that coming up in sports. Our special guests this week include Robyn Curtis talking about the upcoming Rotary Climate Fair and another edition of Make a Night of It with Jean-Louis Bleau of the Chilliwack Cultural Center. All right, Chilliwack, let's get started. Chilliwack RCMP looking for your help after a shooting. This was near the Vedder Rotary Loop Trail parking lot on Saturday night. 2 people were injured. Police responding to a number of reports of shots fired at the entrance to the Rotary Trail. This just south of Peach Avenue in Chilliwack. So when the Mounties arrived, they found 2 victims with multiple gunshot wounds. Now the investigation is in the early stages. Chilliwack Mounties believe the incident was targeted. It might have been linked to the ongoing Lower Mainland gang conflict, and they are looking for information on a white Dodge Ram pickup that was seen leaving the area around the same time as the shooting. Last Saturday morning, Chilliwack Fire responding to a structure fire at the 30 block of Landing Drive on Skwah First Nations. Fire crews arriving to the scene to a fully engulfed structure fire, and firefighters quickly knocked it down. They entered the house, and that's when they found 2 deceased adults in the upper floor of the home. The cause of that fire is under investigation. It is week number 2 of the bus strike. BC Transit, the drivers and their union, CUPE 561, still refusing to drive the buses. They continue to restrict handy dart service. That's now down to essential levels. So that means service for only those who are cancer or dialysis patients. Wages and the pensions continue to be the sticky point. The District of Kent Mayor Sylvia Pranger is going to walk the talk in support of the Letsamot Aquatic Center. So on April the 22nd, the mayor will walk the 26K from the District of Kent Municipal Hall to Chilliwack's Landing Leisure Center. This to drive home the point that Kent Agassiz needs an all-season pool facility that is accessible and inclusive for everybody in the community. This coincides with Earth Day, and there are designated pit stops along the way where you can stop by and donate for the cause. And while there is the majority of funding in place, donations are still coming in, and there has been a call for more federal money. Rotary Club of Chilliwack presenting the Rotary Climate Fair April 15th and 16th at the Landing Leisure Center. Some of the companies showing at the fair will be hiring in the alternative energy field, so you are encouraged to bring your CV and resume. Robyn Curtis is the chair of the Climate Change Action Group. We'll have a conversation with Robyn about the fair in just a couple of minutes' time. Mark the date, Sunday, April the 23rd, for Streams Foundation Canada Spring Fest and Dinner. This is a free community event at Evergreen Hall in collaboration with the City of Chilliwack, as well as the community partners and Chilliwack and District Real Estate Board, as well as Van City. Registration opens up on Sunday. Tickets are available through the Streams social media. Both chillTV and Fraser Valley News are proud sponsors. Chilliwack's Ann Davis Society is going to benefit from the new Federal Sexual Misconduct Survivors Grant Program. The program funds projects led by not-for-profit Canadian community-based organizations with the capacity and the expertise to support those affected by sexual misconduct in the wider defense community. Ann Davis will be administering the program locally. Join the Women's Leadership Collective as the Chilliwack Chamber of Commerce hosts another panel of female leaders from the community. It's your chance to brainstorm with 10 of Chilliwack's most inspiring women. This will be at Whiskey Richards. That's the old Wellington pub at the Royal Hotel. Your ticket will include a welcome drink and appetizers, 15 minutes of mentorship time, and tons of networking. Now, tickets are $45 per person, and you can get them through the Chamber of Commerce social media. After the break, our interview with the Rotary Climate Fair and another edition of Jean-Louis Bleau and Make a Night of It. And then we'll have sports. News of the Week continues with our conversation with Robyn Curtis, who's with Chilliwack Rotary. with a climate fair. This is the first of its kind. This is a really cool concept. You're one of the organizers, if not the organizer. Or you were saying, what, 8,000 volunteer hours already?
800
but
volunteer
it feels
hours.
like 8,000.
It's a lot.
What is this all about? When we think of Rotary, one of the first things, of course, with both chillTV and Abbey TV are Christmas parades and such, but this is a lot different. What's up? What are we doing?
Well, in 2021, Rotary International took on climate change as a new area of focus.
Okay.
And this is one of the initiatives that our Climate Change Action Group, we formed a group, and this is just one of the initiatives that we're doing. It's has 3 parts. One is a job fair, for one. So we have all these vendors coming that do alternative energy and sustainable programs. So people will be able to see what careers they can look at. All the technology will be there, so you can learn about the programs that are available and what technology you can get into, whether it's heat pumps, electric cars, or solar panels. And from there, we also have speakers. So 18 speakers are coming, and they're really leaders in their field. So every speaker is on a different topic. In fact, some of our volunteers are actually volunteering for the whole event, so they don't miss a speaker.
Oh, cool. Yeah. And actually, 2 of the speakers, everybody knows Dr. Karen Bondar, they know Brian Minter, but we were talking off air. There's a couple of other people that you're really looking forward to having a listen to.
Do you know what? I don't even think I could pick a speaker off the list that would be, I'm looking forward to all of them because all of them are leaders in their field. But one I have to highlight is that we have an organization coming from Uganda. MyCod, which I won't get their acronym correct, but they have a delegation of 6 people coming from Uganda, and he will be speaking there on human rights and sustainability. So that's pretty neat. They'll have a booth at the event as well.
And we were also talking about the interest, not only in the Fraser Valley, but from Vancouver. What else outside of the speakers can we look for? There's the job fair. Obviously, it's take your resume, take the CV, but anything else that is something that we really want to highlight?
Well, it's I think a lot of it is it's free for one. Yeah. So having anybody can come. You can come check it out. We do have, people are actually going to be teaching people how to sew. So instead of getting rid of your clothes because you lost a button, you can actually learn a stitch or 2. We have a whole team of seamstresses that are there. There will be entertainment for the kids, so they'll be able to do little STEMs, science and tech projects. We'll have books for sale. I mean, there's going to be kind of a little bit of something for everyone. Not only that. We have some cool eye candy that's coming. So we'll have electric dirt bikes, an electric boat. Someone has converted their boat from gas to electric. So that's going to be at the fair. Electric, you name it. If it's a new program, this is what we're trying to highlight. It's just the shift. We know we can't get off oil and gas. We're just shifting.
Yeah. Now, this is April 15th and 16th, so it's still a couple of weeks away. But again, it's free. This will be at the Landing Leisure Center?
Yes, Landing Leisure Center. So we have, 20,000 square feet of trade show, and then upstairs will be speakers. We will have a room for accessible viewing of the speakers. Unfortunately, the elevator at the venue is broken.
Oh, no.
So we will have, we have a little coffee shop that will be running at the event. We don't have food trucks, but we do have a little coffee shop where we will have staff to deliver the food if anybody is watching downstairs, and we will be running subtitles as well. So, if you're having trouble hearing the speakers, you can actually read it. The
other thing, too, is that, yes, there is construction with parking around the area, so just be patient about this. But social media, where do we find information? Facebook, website?
So if you go to the Rotary Club of Chilliwack's website, you can go on our events section, and there's a climate fair is listed on there. So all the speakers, all the vendors are on there. Our sponsors, I have to give a shout out to Hub and the Nature Force has sponsored us, so very lovely of them. But we have a whole bunch of sponsors. We didn't have a huge budget, so we've had the whole community has really come together so we could put this thing on. We thank everyone that's made it possible. It is the Chilliwack Rotary Climate Fair, April 15th and 16th. It's all over social media. It's free. Check it out. Robyn Curtis, again, a big thank you. Thank you. You're watching News of the Week.
Today on Make a Night of It, what I thought I'd highlight is a show that's particular to Easter, the Easter season, and that's Jesus Christ Superstar, an amazing rock opera that's been in production for 50 years. And today with me I have Randy and Susan Newbury and Vince Dimanno from Newbury Arts Concepts. And why don't you tell us a little bit about the production that you're going to be doing?
Well, we're taking on the beast of Jesus Christ Superstar. It's a show that Susan and I have been passionate about for the past 30 years. We actually did the show 3 times previous to this, and we thought it's always been a bucket list show for us. So when the opportunity came up that we could get the venue that we wanted and we got the rights when we wanted it, we said, let's go for it.
Yeah.
And why don't you share some of the ideas that you've incorporated into this particular production of Jesus Christ Superstar?
Certainly. Well, as the costume designer and also a cast member, I've had the opportunity to work with in a fabulous cast, age 13 to age 75, and they're all so wonderful to work with. And the creative team, we have come up with some very unique numbers in the show that, and you know, not to give so much away, but there's definitely some surprises there that we have been able to produce our own, we haven't seen before. So very interesting, and with costumes being anywhere from traditional to contemporary and edgy, being a rock opera, and the orchestra integrated so well into the production is a very unique thing to see as well. So many reasons to come out and see this production with an extraordinary talented cast and orchestra and crew.
It sounds exciting. And actually, speaking of that, being a stage manager and all the work that goes into making a production like this come alive, what's it like backstage to produce something like this?
It's absolute chaos. Exactly what you think it would be. You know, it's chaos from beginning to end. The director is essentially building his vision in all the rehearsal stages. But then he gets to take a break when the production is on the stage and people are sitting in the audience. Then all the little pieces have to come together. Everything from putting mics on actors to turning the lights off and on and all of those things, even changing batteries, all comes down to me. So Randy and Susan, they sit back and they enjoy themselves. And then for an entire week, I stress and sweat and I don't really sleep. And but we end up with this absolutely amazing and beautiful piece of art. It's visually stunning. The music is fantastic. And that's the magic of musicals. You put all of those great genres together and coordinate it all in one space and time. And to do Jesus Christ Superstar on Easter weekend, what a treat. What a treat.
Sounds like it's going to be a fantastic production. And as you said, it is on Easter weekend, so the production runs April 5th to the 9th at the Chilliwack Cultural Center.
Thanks again, Jean-Louis. It is now the second season for the Chilliwack Chiefs as we get into chillTV sports. Playoff hockey starts for the boys after an up-and-down season. The Chiefs finished the regular season with a record of 28, 22, 1-3, so they finished 5th in the Coastal Division. That means the playoffs start on the road against the 4th-place Coquitlam Express. The Chiefs will have games 3 and 4 at the Coliseum, April 4th and 5th. If necessary, Game 6 would be April the 8th. Fraser Valley Drag Boat Association back on the water after the drama of last year. Basically, they didn't do anything. So the racers are actually going to go back to where it all started on the Fraser River at Mission Raceway Park. More details will be coming soon through the Drag Boat Association's social media. They are looking for sponsors, they're looking for volunteers, and if you're brave enough, they're looking for racers. Seattle-based American professional women's soccer team, the OL Reign, has extended its partnership with Fox 13 Plus, which will broadcast 8 games this year, doubling their commitment from last year. The first 3 matches of the season are included in this broadcast agreement, including the club's home opener against San Diego on April the 15th. Chilliwack's own World Cup star Jordan Huitema is on the Seattle OL team. Chilliwack Minor Lacrosse Association, the 2023 Mustang Showdown Under-9 tournament coming up at the end of the month, April 29th and 30th. Registration does open up this weekend. It is $475 per team. All-Star Wrestling presents the ASW Ready to Rumble. It'll be live at the Hope Cinema on Wallace Street in Hope. It's coming up April the 15th. Doors open at 6:45, bell time at 7:30. The All-Stars include, you gotta love some of the names, the Super Jacked Silverback, the Ideal Reflection, the Prodigy, the Big Rig. You see where this is going. If you love your wrestling, this is the place to be. And Cari has the weather. And Cari, we're getting into April Fools. Is it going to be a joke for the weather?
Well, Don, it's going to be no joke. Next week, there's going to be a lot of rain. A lot of rain. And then maybe we'll get lucky next Wednesday, if we're really lucky, and have some sunshine. Temperatures are going to be up to maybe double digits, but also almost down to 0. So that's not great for all of us. Hope you all have a great weekend in the rain. Stay inside. Back to you, Don.
Thanks, Cari. If you'd like to participate in reporting news in Chilliwack, and you have a story you think we should know about, you can always send us a note and your video and your pictures to news@chilltv.ca. We'd love to hear from you. That's the news this week. Don't forget, Saturday is April Fool's Day. I'm Don Lehn.